Welcome to Beyond Borders, a travel documentary. In the heart of America's sprawling urban landscapes where glittering skyscrapers contrast starkly with the shadows of hardship, there exists a story that is as complex as it is heart-wrenching. On busy sidewalks and tucked-away alleyways, a persistent social challenge unfolds, a challenge that is rarely captured in glossy travel brochures but demands our attention all the same. This narrative, born from the intermingling of broken dreams and resilient spirits, invites us to explore the multifaceted crisis of homelessness in the United States. Far from a distant or isolated phenomenon, the issue of homelessness has woven itself into the fabric of our society, touching lives in major cities from coast to coast. Before we delve deeper into these streets and stories, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe to Beyond Borders. Your support helps us continue sharing these vital stories and bring light to the issues that matter most. Let's give a hand to save those cold souls and bring them together. Overview of homelessness in America. Homelessness in America is not simply a statistic or an isolated problem. It is a dynamic, ongoing crisis that reflects the economic, social, and political realities of our time. In cities across the nation, thousands of individuals and families find themselves without the basic shelter that many of us take for granted. This widespread phenomenon is marked not only by the absence of a physical home, but also by the loss of community, stability, and dignity. In major urban centers, the crisis has deepened over the past decades. Economic shifts, escalating housing costs, and a widening gap between the wealthy and the impoverished have all contributed to an environment where the vulnerable are pushed to the margins. The complexities of the issue demand that we look beyond mere numbers and instead consider the human stories behind them. The absence of affordable housing, compounded by rising rent prices and stagnant wages, forms the backdrop against which this crisis plays out. Alongside these economic factors, challenges such as mental health issues and substance abuse have further complicated efforts to alleviate the problem. Moreover, the systems designed to help, public assistance programs, community shelters, and nonprofit organizations, often find themselves overwhelmed by the sheer scale of need. As a result, many individuals are caught in a cycle of ability, forced to navigate an uncertain existence on the fringes of society. The reality is that homelessness is not merely about the absence of a roof over one's head. It is about the broader social and economic disparities that have left so many struggling to survive in a modern metropolis. Manhattan, New York. Manhattan, the bustling heart of New York City, is a realm of glittering skyscrapers and high-end living. Yet beneath the surface of opulence, pockets of homelessness expose a side of the city seldom seen in glossy portrayals. Sky-high rent and the soaring cost of living have forced many into precarious conditions, often hidden in the shadows of busy avenues. In this urban jungle, the collision of wealth and poverty creates a complex and often contradictory landscape. The daily struggles of those without a home offer a compelling, if sobering, glimpse into urban inequality, making Manhattan a crucial chapter in any travel documentary that delves into the fabric of modern society. Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn is known for its rich cultural mosaic, creative energy, and evolving neighborhoods. Yet, like many urban areas, it faces a growing crisis of homelessness. Fueled by gentrification and skyrocketing property values, longtime residents are being pushed aside as affordable housing becomes scarce, leaving many to live in transient conditions. Amid a backdrop of vibrant street art and eclectic communities, the area's dynamic character is interlaced with stories of displacement and resilience. Here, the interplay between creative revitalization and economic hardship presents a nuanced perspective, offering an ideal subject for a travel documentary that examines the multifaceted realities of city life. Bronx, New York. The Bronx, with its deep cultural roots and rich history, now contends with the harsh realities of economic inequality and homelessness. Once celebrated for its artistic legacy, the borough is now a vivid example of the systemic challenges that many urban areas face. A lack of affordable housing, compounded by insufficient public services, leaves many residents struggling to maintain stability. Despite these obstacles, the Bronx remains a community where local organizations and neighbors unite to offer support and hope. Its resilient spirit amid adversity provides a moving narrative, making it an essential focus for a travel documentary that seeks to capture the true human cost of urban neglect. Skid Row in Los Angeles is perhaps one of the most notorious examples of urban poverty in the United States. This area has long been synonymous with homelessness, where thousands reside on the fringes of society amid crumbling infrastructure and a visible struggle with mental health and addiction. Despite the hardships, residents have formed a tight-knit, if often overlooked, community. The daily challenges here are stark and unfiltered, offering a raw look into the failures of social safety nets and affordable housing policies. The resilience of Skid Row's inhabitants who continue to fight for dignity and survival creates a compelling narrative that is essential for any travel documentary exploring the depths of urban hardship. Venice Beach in Los Angeles is synonymous with eclectic art, vibrant street performances, and a free-spirited lifestyle. However, its famous boardwalk also hosts a significant homeless population, revealing the city's struggle with economic inequality. Tourists and locals alike encounter a juxtaposition of sun-soaked leisure and the stark realities of life on the margins. Amid colorful murals and lively vendors, individuals facing homelessness carve out spaces for survival, reflecting a broader narrative of urban resilience and neglect. This blend of artistic expression and social hardship provides a rich tapestry of contrasts, making Venice Beach an ideal subject for a travel documentary that delves into the layered complexity of modern urban existence. Fremont Street in Las Vegas is known for its dazzling neon lights and historic entertainment, yet it also reveals an unexpected layer of urban struggle. Beneath the vibrant facade lies a growing community of homeless individuals navigating a city famed for its glitz and glamour. Economic instability, combined with the transient nature of the city's population, has led to a convergence of lives in need of support along this iconic thoroughfare. The area embodies the stark contrast between the prosperity of Las Vegas's entertainment industry and the harsh realities faced by the marginalized. This duality creates a poignant narrative, perfectly suited for a travel documentary seeking to reveal Capitol Hill, Seattle. Seattle's Capitol Hill is renowned for its creative spirit, diverse culture, and bustling nightlife, but it is also a district deeply affected by the escalating crisis of homelessness. The neighborhood, once a symbol of progressive urban living, now grapples with soaring housing costs that leave many residents without secure shelter. Amid chic cafes and artistic murals, individuals live in makeshift conditions, a stark reminder of the city's broader affordability issues. Community groups and local initiatives work tirelessly to bridge the gap, yet the problem persists. The complex interplay of culture, innovation, and social challenges in Capitol Hill makes it a vital chapter in any travel documentary exploring the multifaceted nature of urban existence. Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix, a rapidly expanding metropolis in Arizona, presents a unique portrait of urban challenges intertwined with a harsh desert climate. The city's economic growth has not been matched by an increase in affordable housing, resulting in many residents being pushed to the margins. The sprawling urban environment, characterized by long commutes and isolated neighborhoods, compounds the difficulties faced by those without stable shelter in Phoenix. The convergence of rapid development and social neglect paints a picture of urban struggle that is both stark and deeply human. The situation here offers critical insights into how economic progress can inadvertently lead to increased vulnerability, an essential theme for any travel documentary on modern cities. 30th Street Station, Philadelphia. Philadelphia's 30th Street Station is more than a bustling hub of transit. It has become an inadvertent sanctuary for the homeless. As one of the city's major transportation centers, it attracts a diverse mix of commuters, yet it also provides shelter to those with nowhere else to go. The station's historic architecture and constant movement contrast with the fragile lives of those who seek refuge within its confines. Here, the collision of modern infrastructure with deep-seated social issues creates a complex narrative. The station stands as a microcosm of urban life where movement and stillness coexist, making it a poignant subject for a travel documentary that aims to explore the hidden dimensions of city living. Tenderloin, San Francisco. Tenderloin, located in downtown San Francisco, is a neighborhood where the city's wealth contrasts sharply with urban struggle. This area has become a focal point for homelessness, with many individuals relying on the limited social services available. Amid aging buildings and narrow streets, the harsh realities of poverty and displacement are on full display. The persistent presence of homeless residents reflects broader issues of economic disparity and a shortage of affordable housing. As you wander through Tenderloin, the stark contrasts between hope and despair become apparent. A narrative rich with human resilience that is essential for any in-depth travel documentary. Analyzing the root causes, unraveling the threads behind the crisis. At the heart of the homelessness crisis in America lie several deeply interconnected factors. One of the most significant is the severe shortage of affordable housing. In cities where real estate prices and rental costs have soared, many residents find themselves unable to secure stable living conditions. The rising cost of living, particularly in urban centers, forces people to make impossible choices between paying for a home and meeting basic necessities such as food and healthcare. This economic squeeze is exacerbated by wage stagnation, which leaves many workers unable to keep pace with the soaring expenses of urban life. Another crucial element is the stark economic inequality that has taken root over the past few decades. As the gap between the wealthy and the poor widens, many find themselves on the losing end of an economic system that favors a select few. The lack of sufficient social safety nets only deepens this divide, leaving those who fall through the cracks with little hope for recovery. Homelessness, therefore, becomes not just a personal tragedy, but a societal failure, a visible marker of systemic inequality. The crisis is further complicated by significant challenges in public health, particularly concerning mental health and substance abuse. Many individuals experiencing homelessness suffer from untreated mental illnesses, which can be both a cause and a consequence of their situation. The absence of accessible mental health care and addiction treatment creates a vicious cycle, where the inability to secure proper support leads to deeper instability and, in turn, further marginalization from society. Social policies have struggled to keep pace with the evolving nature of the crisis. Programs designed to provide temporary relief often fail to address underlying issues, such as the lack of long-term affordable housing or comprehensive health care. Bureaucratic inefficiencies and inadequate funding compound these problems, leaving many in need without the necessary support systems. In many cases, policies that were once considered progressive now seem insufficient in the face of modern challenges. Family dynamics and personal circumstances also play a critical role. Experiences of domestic violence, familial breakdowns, and personal traumas often propel individuals into homelessness. Without a stable support network or immediate assistance, these vulnerable individuals find themselves isolated, their options dwindling rapidly. The intersection of personal tragedy with broad structural issues creates a perfect storm, making it exceedingly difficult for affected individuals to break free from the cycle of homelessness. Could rethinking our approach to affordable housing and mental health care be the key to unlocking a solution? This question resonates deeply when we consider the human cost of inaction. The root causes of homelessness are multifaceted, requiring solutions that are both comprehensive and empathetic. The interplay between economic forces, public policy, and personal struggles necessitates a coordinated effort, one that addresses immediate needs while also paving the way for long-term systemic change. Charting a path forward propose solutions to alleviate the crisis. Addressing homelessness requires a multi-pronged strategy that combines immediate relief with sustainable long-term reforms. One promising approach is the Housing First model, which prioritizes providing permanent housing to those in need as a primary step. Once individuals have a stable home, additional services such as job training, healthcare, and counseling can be more effectively delivered. This model not only restores dignity but also lays the foundation for a more stable and productive life. Investment in affordable housing is another critical component. Cities must commit to building more housing units that are accessible to low-income residents. This effort involves not only constructing new dwellings, but also preserving and rehabilitating existing structures. Local governments, in collaboration with nonprofit organizations and private investors, can create innovative financing solutions to expand affordable housing stock. By addressing the supply-demand imbalance in the housing market, we can begin to mitigate one of the most pressing causes of homelessness. Improving access to healthcare, particularly mental health services, is equally vital. Expanding community-based programs and integrating healthcare with housing initiatives can provide a lifeline for many. With proper support, individuals battling mental illness and substance abuse can embark on a path to recovery. In this way, a comprehensive support system, one that treats both the symptoms and the underlying causes, can help break the cycle of homelessness. Job training and employment programs also play a significant role in reintegrating homeless individuals into society. By offering vocational training and employment opportunities, cities can empower individuals to regain financial independence. These programs not only improve personal livelihoods but also contribute to the broader economic health of communities. When people are given the tools to succeed, the likelihood of long-term stability increases significantly. Moreover, fostering strong community ties is essential. Local communities, non-profit organizations, and faith-based groups have long been at the forefront of supporting the homeless. By leveraging these networks, cities can create a more inclusive and compassionate social fabric. Collaborative initiatives that bridge the gap between government agencies and community organizations have the potential to deliver more responsive and personalized support in many ways. The challenges we face call for bold policy reforms. This travel documentary of urban exploration reminds us that the struggle against homelessness is not solely the responsibility of social services, but requires a societal commitment to equality and justice. Political will, combined with community engagement and strategic investment, can lead to meaningful change. Addressing the root causes, whether it be the scarcity of affordable housing, insufficient health care, or deep-seated economic disparities, demands a coordinated, holistic approach that values every individual's right to dignity and shelter. Personal reflections and broader perspectives. Reflecting on the myriad stories and urban landscapes that form the tapestry of America's homelessness crisis, I find myself confronted with both sorrow and hope. The harsh realities of Tenderloin, Manhattan, Brooklyn, and other hotspots reveal not only the failures of our current systems, but also the resilience of those who persist in the face of overwhelming odds. Each face, each story is a reminder of the inherent humanity that binds us all, even when circumstances strip away our material possessions. My journey through these urban centers has been eye-opening, offering a glimpse into lives often overlooked by mainstream narratives. In the midst of urban chaos and economic disparity, there is a quiet strength that persists. The individuals who call the streets their home may lack material wealth, but they possess an enduring spirit, a determination to survive and, in many cases, to rebuild. Their struggles are emblematic of broader societal challenges, yet they also inspire profound empathy and a desire for change. As I witnessed the daily realities of life on the margins, I began to question the systems that have allowed such stark inequality to take root. How did we, as a society that prides itself on innovation and progress, come to a point where some of our most promising cities harbor pockets of despair? How can communities that are celebrated for their creativity and dynamism also be home to some of the most desperate cases of homelessness? These questions linger long after the journey has ended, urging us to confront uncomfortable truths about our collective priorities. This is not merely a tale of urban decay, it is also a story of opportunity, a call to reimagine our cities as places where hope and resilience can flourish. The journey through these diverse neighborhoods underscores the need for a more compassionate, inclusive approach to urban development. There is an undeniable beauty in the human spirit, and it is our duty to nurture that beauty by building communities that support all their members, regardless of their economic status or personal struggles. I find myself reflecting on the countless individuals I met along the way, each with a unique story that defied simple categorization. Their experiences reveal that homelessness is not a personal failure, but a societal challenge that calls for empathy, understanding, and action. As we consider potential solutions, we must also acknowledge the importance of listening to these voices, for it is through their stories that we learn the true cost of neglect and the promise of renewal. In the final analysis, the issue of homelessness in America is a mirror reflecting the broader challenges of our society, a society grappling with rapid economic change, social inequality, and the complex interplay of personal and systemic failures. The 10 hotspots we explored, from San Francisco's Tenderloin to Los Angeles's Venice Beach, offer stark insights into the multifaceted nature of this crisis. Each location tells a story of opportunity lost and resilience found, of communities burdened by the weight of systemic neglect yet buoyed by the hope of transformation. As we conclude this exploration, let us remember that the crisis of homelessness is not insurmountable. With compassion, collaboration, and a commitment to change, we can transform the landscapes of our cities, and in turn, transform lives. The journey we have taken together through the neighborhoods of Tenderloin, Manhattan, Brooklyn, and other hotspots serves as both a cautionary tale and a beacon of hope. A reminder that even in the darkest corners of our urban centers, there is the possibility for renewal and redemption. This travel documentary, capturing urban realities through the lens of personal experience and rigorous inquiry, stands as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. It is a call to embrace a future where social justice, equitable opportunity, and compassion are not merely ideals, but lived realities. By engaging in meaningful dialogue, supporting innovative policies, and fostering community solidarity, we can ensure that our cities become places where everyone has the chance to thrive. In closing, I invite you to reflect on the journey we have shared today. Consider the challenges, the questions raised, and the potential solutions that lie before us. Let this be a starting point for deeper conversation and concerted action. Together, we have the power to reshape our communities and build a future where hope outshines despair and every individual finds a place to call home. Thank you for joining me on this profound exploration of America's homeless crisis. Remember, your support matters. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you believe in a future built on empathy and progress. As we continue to investigate and document these stories, may we all find the inspiration to work toward a more just and compassionate society.